Hello, guys. Welcome once again to another recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. One thing I'm gonna say is that this show always finds a way to kind of disappoint me. I had so much anticipation for the show, and it was to disappoint me. Today's episode was not any different. It wasn't any different. What did you think about? What did you feel about today's episode, the last episode of RHOP?
Yeah, I expected more this season. It's just to me, this episode was basically more of the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Same problems, reg back up, but in a different atmosphere, a different setting. You know?
Mhm. Well, let's go ahead and talk about most of the things that happened in the episode. We started from where they stopped last week, where we had Robin and Giselle talking about the faces that um the faces that Wendy and Candice was making about when she was talking about her child Grace. And we talked about it last week that it was kind of different the way that Wendy went straight to them. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Hmm.
As if the producers asked her to do that. But that aside, even if her going there was awkward or different or unexpected, she was there. She went there today and was like, "What did you say? What are you guys talking about?" And immediately Giselle did not say nothing. My own is that if you so much complain about these ladies or what they do, why don't you just complain about it in their front? She says it about them so that the other ladies can go ahead and dislike and hate on them for her. That doesn't make sense. And um Wendy gave an explanation why she kind of, you know, closed the chapter when it comes to Giselle and her kid, because Giselle has actually accused her when it comes to her kid. Now, Wendy's reason for not, being so into the conversation, how do you feel about her reason when she said that Giselle has weaponized her child against her before?
Um, I don't remember Giselle weaponizing her child against Wendy. I don't know. I must have missed that part. But yeah, I believe children are basically off limits. You know what I'm saying? But since Giselle brought it up, for them to sit back and make all these little weird faces, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of disrespectful. But me being a mom, I'm gonna speak up. I would be like, okay, are you okay? Is there a problem? Because I'm gonna address it right there. I'm not gonna wait until later on in the day, and then bring it up with my friend in a circle of women. No, I'm gonna address it right there. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that, Giselle ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't like, she seems like she doesn't like controversy. She can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? And Wendy is long-winded. you know? So Giselle don't want that embarrassment on national TV because she don't know how to combat with her verbally.
Mm. Yeah. I love the way Candice did say that I didn't mean anything. The thing is that if if the reverse was the situation, you guys would have been saying it as not being, you didn't mean anything. And that's what Giselle and Rebel would have said. Oh no, when we laugh, we didn't really mean it like that. But when the case is reversed, something must be wrong. Something
Yeah.
must be going on. And the way that Giselle was expecting Karen to take her side, all of a sudden, did not make sense to me.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too, as far as Giselle expecting Karen to say something. I guess Giselle doesn't remember the harm that she caused Karen's children years ago with the whole tax thing. Remember when Ray was having the issue his business with the taxes and she kept taunting
Right.
Karen? And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you guys remember that season, Raven and Karen had gone to get facials and Raven was crying because she was
Yeah.
scared. She was still a teenager. That's why I guess Giselle doesn't remember that. Just kept going on and on about the finances. And then I don't believe Wendy gave Grace a nasty face. She was referring to when, do you remember when Grace drove Candace's car?
Yeah.
Uh, okay, Grace had walked past the ladies when they were standing outside, and Grace told, well, this is Giselle is claiming that Grace told her that Wendy gave Grace a nasty look when she walked by. They showed a flashback. She didn't seem to look at her any different, but I mean, I guess that's how Grace perceived it, that she was giving her a stank face. But I think that they were looking at each other that night at dinner like, okay, this is her storyline. Like, really? You're so
Mm.
sad about
Mhm.
Grace leaving. And I'm sure she's sad about it. It was like, is this all that you got? Like, come on. And it turned out to be a lot of nothing now that we see that you guys heard about the seating chart, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and tell her, Uzo, about the seating chart.
I was surprised. I was really surprised when the screen chat came out and we did not see Giselle and close to Andy. I don't know what's going on. As in, like, I think it speaks a lot for her to lose that chair to I think that was Karen and who? That was between Karen. I've forgotten the other
Mia.
person that was close to
Mia.
Andy and
Mia.
Mia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the ones getting the first set, and I was so surprised that we didn't have Giselle. I feel like probably them themselves they understood that Giselle had nothing to offer this season,
Mm-hmm.
and so therefore she did not deserve.
And she hasn't had anything to offer in years. So finally, they moved her. And I wonder how that made her feel because it's like, and then they set her next to Karen. That's the real sad part. It's like now you got to sit next to Karen.
Mm.
Yeah. But she didn't deserve that seat. She hasn't deserved it in years. And especially
She
this
didn't
year.
even deserve the second seat they gave her.
Oh, Uzo. Not even a second seat.
Let's be truthful. When I saw her, yes, I felt like yes, she didn't deserve the first seat, but she didn't even deserve the second. She didn't deserve the third. She didn't deserve the fourth. She was supposed to be where they kept Necker.
OMG.
Yeah,
On the
because
outside,
we
huh?
yeah we had something to talk about Necker in the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why
Yes,
is
we
Necker
did.
at the last row? Why?
Because she's a newbie, I guess.
So Giselle sitting down there. What? Oh, Grace is going to college. Oh, Grace is going to college. Oh, Grace is going to college. Oh, Grace is going. That's we've had this. Grace is going to college for this is the 15th episode, right?
Right. Well, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Grace is going to college. Yeah. That's that's
But
the thing. That's her
number
storyline.
one, if that statement doesn't leave her mouth, she hasn't said anything in the episode.
You're right. And can barely walk in those heels. Have you noticed every time she's got heels on, she's struggling to walk
Yeah.
and she has to balance herself by moving her arms. She's always swinging her arms around. And that was even
Oh
before she broke her toe. Even before she broke her toe, she couldn't walk in them. And then if you always notice,
Oh,
notice later on, she takes them off. I don't know if you guys notice in most scenes, after a while, she's
yeah.
got on slippers. She doesn't keep them on.
Oh,
Remember the
not
season started off with that man, and every now and then she'll bring him up. Nobody's buying that. Her and that guy.
No.
uh,
I'm surprised she
and
didn't know who Vernon. I thought that Vernon Davis would be somebody she could hook up with when they were talking about that football player. I was thinking that seemed like more her type.
yeah.
Yeah,
I really thought it would have been like for her, not for Ashley.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. I said that seems like more her type, but then I keep forgetting how old she is. It's like, okay, I guess we forget. Well, I don't, you guys may not forget. But I was like, Giselle is like what 54 or something like that now. I keep thinking that she is the person we met when we first saw them seasons ago, but she's much older now.
Yeah, it
And
She
shows.
still looks great. She looks great. Don't get me
no,
Yeah,
wrong.
she
yeah, she
does.
does.
She does. But you
She
could tell
does.
she's aged.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what is
But
Robin's role? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
I
jumping
want
the
I want
gun.
to ask, why is it that every single sitting, every single minute, this is the first time I felt like Karen was wrong for her to have brought up Candice and Robin's issue when they were trying to have dinner. Like, let it go for just let it go.
I don't know.
They
I
don't
don't.
want to talk. They don't want to talk.
Yeah, I don't really see Karen as a peacemaker. She kind of like, yeah, she says I'm neutral, but no, you're not really neutral. You know, I guess they kind of look at her like the motherly figure because she's older than all of them. The triple 20. You know, but I, I just don't know. She's not the peacemaker. She's more like, I'm gonna get some shit started right now. Because it's too quiet.
Wow.
Because it's just too quiet. you know.
Mm. But do you feel like what Robin said? Now, not Robin, Giselle. Giselle called her aside and was like, I want to have a chat with you. And I want to give you my reason why I did not come to the other trip, that it was only Neka, Wendy, Candice, and the rest. Now, I want to understand. She said she was having the chat with her to explain to her why she did not go for that trip. But I did not, from that conversation, I never got anything about why she did not go on that trip. Instead, she was like, oh, whenever you are with Wendy, Candy, and this, you are another person. Why are you trying? It was giving me like you are pissed off that Karen decides to be friends with these people despite everything. It's giving me that you are jealous that Karen decides to still be friends with them, no matter what you say, no matter how you view them. She has decided to stand on her own, made her own judgment, and said, I would be friends with these people irrespective. That was what that thing gave me. That's what that thing gave me, because you can't sit down here and tell me, oh, when you're with these people, you change. What? And when they were playing the changes, I was like, that she was calling Robin out on her lies, like telling her take accountability. That's the change that she has when she's with Wendy and Candy, then, or when she's with the group. And I did love Candy's response to them, that it's not that she is different, it's just that sometimes she calls you guys out and you guys just can't take the truth.
Hmm.
That's the problem. You guys want to live in this bubble. Like Giselle lives in this bubble, that she has these minions following her, doing all her deeds. If she wants for them to fight with this person, they fight with this person. If she wants them to smile with this person, they smile with this person. If she wants them to say great things about this person, they say great things about this person. She has those. And I feel like she's so pissed off that Karen has decided not to be one of them.
Yeah, you
In
can't.
the whole con- in the whole conversation, I did not get the reason why she did not go for the trip. Because you said that was what you wanted to talk to her about, but we didn't get the reason. No, you did not tell us that reason because I was even like, okay, yeah, me, I want to get to know. I want to know the reason why she rejected coming on that trip, truly. But she didn't. Instead, she made it about something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know why she didn't go on that trip because Wendy was there. I'm telling you, she doesn't want the public embarrassment because, like I said, Wendy is long-winded when it comes to her uh insults. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And Giselle can't stand up to it. So she's not gonna give her a chance to corner her, especially if Robin ain't gonna be there. It's just not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because she can't stand alone because she can't depend on Karen to step up, and help defend her. They don't have that type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
right. And why would she be expecting Karen to defend her? This make no sense. And you know, I would think that you would have something to say. If my kid, you're a kid, they're not talking about your kid. So stop it. But I agree with you. She knows that Wendy got her real good a few seasons ago, and she doesn't want the smoke. And
That's right.
she exactly. And I guess Robin's usually her bodyguard, but maybe
Hmm.
she didn't want to take the chance of Robin speaking up and up because what has Robin done this whole trip? Nothing but tell them what time they need to be at places. Have you noticed? 2 o'clock, we gotta
Exactly.
go to the golf course. That's all she's saying. She hasn't done anything but tell them what time they need to be at places. It's time for Robin to go. I'm sorry, and I like Robin. I have bought products from Robin. I have bought products from everybody on that show
Hmm.
except for Giselle, and I didn't buy Candiace's music, but I bought products from everybody. And I just don't understand why Robin is still there and why they let her skate on by with the wine situation. And now she has been relegated to being a tour guide. That's all she is. It's just telling them where they
Not
need
a
to.
tour guide.
Yeah, because she's just telling, oh, 2 o'clock, we gotta go to the restaurant. That's all she's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because even after having that altercation with Wendy and Wendy was trying to explain herself, the next thing I heard was, okay, guys, so by 2 p.m., I was like, really?
exactly. That's all we got from her. And why was this trip so short? It's like they only stayed like one night, maybe 2 nights. It was the shortest trip, and that was it. Okay, we're leaving tomorrow. Very boring. I'm so disappointed in this season. This
What?
show is so
And the fact,
bad.
you know why me, I'm even more disappointed. I think I'm the most disappointed of all because I said last week that the title for next week's episode looked as if we're gonna get a resolution um to Neka and Wendy. Wow, we are really getting a resolution.
Boy.
Because it seems like we're gonna be getting Shiri's instead of instead of the resolution, instead of
Oh,
the
yes.
reissue. So I'm kind of
Yes.
disappointed.
It's like they slipped Cherie in there. Like now that I think about it, Cherie did not go on this trip. And yeah,
Right.
now we got an episode of her having something in her eye. Why is she having a function? With her bad wigs. Her wigs are horrible. Why is she having a function? And then they slip Jacqueline in there. It's like we wait until the end to finally see Jacqueline. We should have seen Jacqueline at the beginning since she and Mia had that issue. Now you're gonna throw her in at the end? Sad season.
Right. But I tripped off how oh God, Giselle was asking what's her name? Kiara? Kieran?
Yeah,
Kiarna.
Kiana.
Kiana. Yeah, asking her questions about, oh, did Wendy tell you not to
No,
like
that was
us? And she,
Robin. That was Robin.
no, I thought that was Giselle when they were all there doing the shoot skiing, the ski
Oh,
shooting.
it was Robin that particularly asked her that questions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just thought that was like, why do you guys need to know? Who
Yeah, that was
cares?
odd. It felt like you were fishing for something.
Yeah, yeah. If she did, so what?
And she's like,
I don't get it. I didn't get it.
and she's like, the way she was like, you come in. No, Giselle first started was like, oh, how do you feel like finally having a successful trip with us? She was like, I'm good, I'm good. Then Robert was like, coming into the group firstly, how do you feel about, did Wendy tell you something about us? I think she was thinking that Kiana would be like, yeah, she said some things about you guys. Yeah, she said, Robin, you are these. She said, Giselle, you are these. I think that is why they purposely removed her from Wendy and Candy
Right.
to see whether they can get a little depth from
Hmm.
her about Wendy. And I like, you see, I love the way she stood her ground. Even if there was a discussion, she never let it sleep. She was like, yeah, no, she's not. We haven't spoken about you. So you're not the air that they breathe, as much as they are the air you breathe, because every discussion, every topic, everything is about them. Doesn't mean they have to make their own world or their own life revolve around you.
Right. And I kind of tripped out when her and Nneka had their conversation. And, Nneka's like jumping all bad with her. And I was like, hold up. You didn't have that energy for Wendy.
That was so weird, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
so weird. It's like she was screaming for a moment. Oh, I gotta get in there. I gotta get. It was just the lady was like, I'm not even a part of this mess. It was so odd,
No,
so bizarre.
I thought I didn't want to call for Neka because I know Chef Variety likes Neka, so I didn't want to
Mhm.
call for I didn't want to call
Yes.
for her.
But it seems like
The
Nneka
first
is
time
having
when
another
she
problem.
was when it was her turn to go shoot the gun and everything, she was like, I just want to say this. I'm very clumsy. I'm very this. I'm very, I don't trust this. I was like, I don't understand. Why do I need to know that? Like, I felt like she wanted to be seen.
Of course.
The way she said it, she wanted to be heard. She wanted the camera to be on her. And that did not make sense at all to me. And immediately, the way she just dived into the conversation with Kiana, I was like, yeah, I've always been saying it. When she was like, okay, you need to apologize to Wendy. She was like, "Yo, why?" She was like, she was hot. And she's like, "Oh, I've always been saying it. Am I not hot too?" And the laughter. I didn't understand why she was talking and laughing at the same time. It did not. It wasn't funny. The conversation wasn't funny. And
Hmm.
at least Kiana got it. She was like, even I myself, I am trying to tread carefully because of the significance when it comes to culture.
Right.
Somebody got it. You that knows the culture didn't get it, and you are laughing. And I was like, no, like she was like, this is too much.
That's kind
She
of
just
like,
acting like a child that for the first time she got a good toy, and she wanted the whole world to know about it. That was
mhm.
how Nick was behaving.
Yeah, but she's going to create another problem with this girl. And she's new to the show. And it doesn't look like she's about to take nobody's stuff, you know?
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I
You
don't
think
think
that she
she's
might have a problem with her? I don't. The way I know, I love the way Kiana was matured enough and be like, you know what? I'm not here for this. This is
right.
not what I'm. This is not my cup of tea.
Right.
It's not my business. And I think I did think she wanted to go at it with her, but I love the way that Kiana just removed herself and being like, you know what? Because every one of them are confused. How? Like, you can see the surprise in Giselle's face. Like, it's
Yeah.
not necessary. This energy you're having now should be given to Wendy.
Right. Right. But she
Why
won't
are
come
you
to Wendy with that.
why are you having that? And I don't know, Shoprite, did you hear when she had an interview recently when she was talking about the reunion, right? Did you
No,
he,
I haven't heard that. No.
Neka had an interview recently. I don't know with who. I've forgotten with who. And they were asking her about the reunion since they've shot the reunion. And she was like, "Yeah, the reunion went great." And people were like, she was like, "You know what? We're gonna be shocked by the reconciliations that's gonna be happening." I was like, "No, oh my god."
Mm.
Oh, when I heard I'm gonna be shocked by the reconciliations that are gonna be happening, I'm like, is she trying to tell us that her and Wendy are gonna reconcile? Because that's gonna be disappointing.
Really? Why would you be disappointed?
Because girl, stick to it. You said it is a big thing to you when her mom used witchcraft on you, and you use that as your storyline. You made people that didn't know anything about it talk trash about it. Don't be going to the reunion to reconcile. That's not what I want.
Oh God. Oh, I feel
No,
you. I feel you. Stand,
don't be
stand,
going to the reunion to
stand on your,
reconcile. If you guys
stand
could
on
not
your word.
reconcile on the show,
Yeah, I feel
But
you.
there
Stand on your words.
but there has to be a reconciliation so that they can move forward because they've got to move forward. They have to for next season, especially. It appears as though there's going to be some changes. There has to be. Hopefully, Ashley is gone. You guys saw the video Ashley did from her car.
Uh,
yeah,
Yeah, so it sounds like maybe she must know the writing is on the wall for her. She needs to go, and Robin needs to go. So that would just leave Gizelle, NECA, Wendy. I don't know if Candiace is if they're gonna bring her back or not because I'd like to see what Kiana can do. I mean, she and Candiace kind of remind me of each other, and she was
yeah.
very vocal, and it wasn't forced until she brought up that
exactly.
she
Yeah,
tried to yeah, and Candiace said,
mm-hmm.
"We're not gonna talk about that right now." So it's clear maybe a producer told her to say something about Candiace and Gizelle, and Candiace squashed it. But she seemed to vibe with the group. And then I saw on Instagram she and Karen seem to have been hanging out lately. So I think she'd be a good addition. And
Hmm.
but I hope that her what was I gonna say about her? Who is she friends with? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Didn't they say Wendy brought her in?
That's what
I
I
could have
thought, but why didn't
swore
Wendy come
that
and
I
check on
heard
her?
that.
Why is it nobody was checking on her but Giselle? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
Because even on Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked Candice, "Do you regret not checking on her?" And she was like, "Well, I'm not sure." Or, well, I did check on her, but it was not when I should. I was thinking, so who is she there with? Maybe they want to add her, and they've got to just have somebody vouch that they know her, as a reason to have her on there.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully we're gonna see
Yeah,
some big changes. Definitely with them moving Giselle off of that first chair, definitely that says volumes that you have done
yeah, that
absolutely
says
nothing.
volume.
And then the
And did you see that the Karen, Wendy, and Candice hanged
having
out after the
dinner,
reunion, and they were like,
yes,
yeah, people were like, it
yes,
seems like they had a good
they
reunion.
must have had a good reunion. I was like, yes, hopefully they got her real good.
It seems like they, because when I saw um this Ashley's video, then I went to their own celebration, and like there was this contract. I'm like, okay, it seems like these people, this group had a good reunion. Why this group seems like they didn't really did have that nice reunion? And it speaks like all the storylines this season, trash. I'm sorry. Um, I don't
Every
even know why
last
we still have like two more episodes to go. They could have wrapped it up this episode.
every last one of them have been horrible.
Yes.
It's just like there's nothing to talk about. It was so bad. The trip was bad. Nothing was going on. The final dinner
Very
was
bad.
bad. It must be really bad if Mia and I love Karen, so no problem with Karen. And I like how she's
Mhm.
Karen said I'm busy, but I love Karen. I think Karen's getting a spinoff. I really do, and I think it's going to be about that property of them renovating that house, she and her
Mm.
family, and I bet it's going to be so funny. But to put Mia in that first chair, like what did Mia do this season? And I like Mia too. I think Mia is a fantastic housewife, but I guess who else could they put there? There was nothing else going on. Nothing. It was horrible. Horrible. Nothing.
Why didn't they put Neka and Wendy in the second chair so that we can hear
You know
their,
what? That would have been okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that, because they brought almost the whole
yeah, that's
storyline for
true.
the season too.
You're right.
As much as we don't love the topics that was said, but it did bring something to the story. They did bring something to the show. They did bring something, a topic that everybody was talking about, at least for a few weeks, until maybe we got tired of it. But they brought something.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
So putting Neka at that back, I felt like it was undeserved. Putting Neka at the last was so undeserved.
But she's
And
brand new. It's kind of unusual to have a brand new person be up there in the front. That's very only time I saw that was on Housewives of Salt Lake City. But that show
mhm,
is so bad anyway. But that's the only time I've seen the brand new person be in the first chair like that.
yeah. I really do hope because this episode it was another nothingness and zero-ness from Gizelle. Absolutely, Giselle. I think this episode Giselle was like working towards making the other ladies hate Wendy and Candiace the more. I think that was her purpose in this episode, and that did not make sense to me. Robin, I didn't know why she was asking whether Wendy said something about them. What's your problem? What's your problem? You have issues, girl. Go focus on your issues and leave these people alone. So the whole episode, I just like, hmm, wow, another disappointing episode. I'm glad they're done with the trip. Now I was like, okay, next week episode we're gonna get um Neka and Wendy. Neka and Wendy next week on. I'm not gonna lie. See, that's what kept me all through the week that I was gonna watch next week on and I see Neka and Wendy. Let's get to the finishing of this issue. Just for me to see Sherry's. I'm like, I don't want to see Sherry's banging on a table.
Exactly,
I
with her
don't care
bad
for
wig.
her.
Exactly.
And
All she wants to do is try to get up under Karen's skin, and Karen's not thinking about you. So stop it. Karen could care less about you. That's all
mhm,
she's there to try to do. Oh, I know so much about Karen. And then we find out, oh, I heard Karen was in the bathroom with somebody. That doesn't even make any sense. In a public bathroom, that just made no sense. Well, that's what I heard. And you said stuff about me. Like, what is it, Charisse? You want acknowledgement from this woman so bad, and you're mad because you see how she has evolved. She has, she's glowed up, so to speak, and
Right.
you want to try to keep bringing her down. Well, I remember when, and I remember when she first got here, and she wasn't supposed to be on the show, and she. Well, all that has changed now. She's now the grand dame, and we love Karen. She is just
oh,
Right.
everybody's a favorite.
now you mentioned about the grand dame. Why was Neka with the grand dame crown and this thing
I
in the next
saw
episode?
that. I saw that. She's she better stop letting Giselle pump her up like that. Like, haven't you
Ah,
watched the show? She's being nice to you for a reason. And then once she's done with you, it's
oh,
going to be your turn to come after her husband. She's going to talk about why your husband is always gone days out of
mm-hmm.
the week. Aren't you worried? He's never
Aren't
here.
you? Yeah,
Exactly. She's going to talk
exactly.
that with you.
That's the real Giselle. I When I saw it, I was like, Neka, 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 please. What is this? We know you've been crowned the grand dame. Why do you have to wear the crown? Why? That was getting some childishness. Oh my god. That was giving childishness, but still, I do love Neka, but because at least it's giving me something to laugh about, even if I feel like it's very childish, but I laugh about it at the end of the day. I laugh about it. But like I always say, I don't like the way she allowed Giselle to push her into doing things because at the end of the day, they're gonna turn against her. They will turn against her, and I feel bad for her when they turn against her. Because those ladies can be very determined. And did you guys notice? I now understand what Karen always says. Did you notice that straight disrespect they always have for Karen's marriage to Ray. And they're always open about it. Oh, she's looking to tear a younger man's clothes. Oh, that's why she has a younger trainer. She's, envisioning, tearing off his clothes. Like the disrespect for Ray every time is something else. I don't think Robin will take that, because if Robin was watching where Karen is constantly talking about how she's literally eyeing a younger guy, knowing that she's married to one, she would come and be crying wolf, crying the victim. But she's doing that to Karen. Like, I felt that we're really disrespecting, really, really disrespecting Karen's marriage, and I didn't like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
but I
there's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say maybe there's a little bit of jealousy in there because I mean, like, whose marriage really lasted and whose marriage, excuse me, whose marriage um did the husband go astray and everybody found out, and whose husband, like, you guys have troubles or whatever you guys are doing, and he's co-signing for cars or whatever y'all was doing. Like, if Ray is doing something, Karen doesn't find out about it. You know, we haven't heard any scandals about him.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep targeting her marriage because maybe there's a little bit of jealousy there
You are
because
so right.
it seems like she got her marriage together, her shits together, whether she's renting or buying, whether she's in East Potomac, West Potomac, she got her shit together.
Yeah, and I think she was playing into it with that whole trainer thing because she knew that was going to be their response. And when she said, "I want him to work on my inner thighs," because she knows they're going to say that stuff about, "Oh, why are you getting this young guy? He's not even a trainer. He was an athlete, a world class athlete. I'm sure he knows how to train people. Doesn't mean he
Mm-hmm.
needs any certification. He played in the NFL. He knows fitness." You
Oh,
know
of
what I'm saying?
course.
That was just so stupid. He's not even a trainer. He was a world class athlete. Would you say that about Juan? If Juan wanted to train somebody, would you say he's not a trainer? No, you
Mm-hmm.
would say Juan
Mm-hmm.
played basketball for so many years. He knows how to take care of his body. I'm so disappointed with Robin. She does nothing. Just and what bothers me is like you are on this platform that so many people would love to be on, and you're not even using it to your benefit. You're lazy, you're sitting around, not saying anything, not doing anything, and just taking it all for granted.
Yep, and
So now,
not checking your husband.
right? And hiding, that whole story that was going on. And then I don't know if you guys saw Watch What Happens Live, but Candace says that she feels as there were some things that Robin was not being open about in regards to, I guess, the whole Giselle, Chris, the innuendo and all of that. So I guess we'll find out at
Mm-hmm.
the reunion because, yeah. And then they did not make amends. And it's like, what did I do to Robin? What did I do? And Robin's
Mm,
just so upset. So it seems like Robin is just trying to use that as an excuse not to be friends with her anymore because Giselle won't even speak to Candace at this point. So it's clear those two need to be split up. And I don't think that uh, Giselle will be able to keep Robin's job. I don't think she has the clout that she thinks she has because Robin has given us nothing all season. And I like Robin.
right.
Robin was my favorite, but this season, absolutely nothing. The show is horrible. It's time to make some moves.
But
All
do
right.
you think Andy will make those moves?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, but do you think Andy will make those moves?
Yes, I do, especially since we saw that wasn't he on the Kelly Clarkson show with Candace and Wendy the other day? I didn't see it, but it
I
keeps
didn't
popping
either.
up on my feed on YouTube that they were at Kelly Clarkson, and I think Karen was there today, and I think Andy was there with Candice and Wendy the other day, I believe so. So
Mhm.
that makes me think that perhaps maybe they are realizing that it's time to go in another direction. You can't have these same three people, Giselle, Ashley, and Robin, who give us nothing. Just Ashley
Mhm.
should have never been on that show to begin with. Oh gosh, Ashley needs to go. Robin can be a friend, but definitely not be in every episode, not in every scene, should not be on any trips and stuff like that. We need to see what Giselle is going to do by herself, especially now that we saw that she felt that Karen should have stood up for her. Are you serious? Like she said, stand on your own feet, stand on your own legs. But she doesn't want to be cornered by Wendy. You
Exactly.
right. Once we remove Robin out of the picture, what are you going to do now? So I guess NECA, you're going to try to use NECA. We'll see how that works.
Hmm.
Yeah. The whole season has just been a disappointment. A huge disappointment. Miss Mohammed said housewives are supposed to be aspirational. These women are not. They
I
really
agree.
are not.
I agree. Like we were talking about the other show, um, Married to Medicine, you know, I want to see women, black women, build each other up, not tear them down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
I
they're always being jealous, and contradicting and saying shit behind each other's back, you know,
mm-hmm.
and can't bring it straight to that person, So, yeah, I don't like how the season has been going. It's been very boring. I could have painted a room. I need to paint a room over here. I could have been painting a room instead of watching that. You know, Shit. Spring cleaning or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been a very boring show. So I wish they hurry up and get to the punchlines because they taking up too much time.
It's like they're taking up too much time.
Hmm.
Well, I hope they do better. But do you think are we still going to have another episode after next week's episode?
I'm trying to even remember what next week is episode supposed to be about. Refresh my memory. See, that's how boring it was for me.
I myself, I saw myself watching it on um I increased the speed. So it was so fast when they were talking. That was how bad it is. Like the show is so bad. Like, oh my god. I can't wait for the reunion. So I don't know how many episodes they will still have to give us before the reunion. And I hope it's not much anymore. I hope. I guess that's the whole thing we've covered in the whole episode because there was nothing. There was nothing.
No, I
Ah,
guess we get to see what's her name? Jeez,
what's
Ashley
her
and
name?
Mia
Okay,
about that
yeah.
comment that Mia said.
Oh yeah, the gold digging.
Yeah, so I guess
Mia
we'll get to
and her
see that
lie.
mess.
Mia, but I love Mia's mess to Ashley's mess, right?
Yeah,
I
she's a
love Mia's mess to Ashley's mess.
yeah, she's a character.
But the lies Mia tell, wow, wow. From being an heiress, to marrying Gordon for his money. Choose it. Which one is it? Were you rich? Were you not rich?
Yeah, exactly. And that is a little gold diggerish to hold on to a marriage because of finances. Like, no, give me my freedom. I'll make my own finances. Thank you.
Yeah. And Ashley, whenever Ashley is asked, she's always searching for words. It's giving me suspect. Like there's something going on. There's something somewhere. Because I too don't understand how she's still not yet divorced.
I don't know, girl. But like I said, give me my freedom and I'll go and be successful on my own. Whatever I can do is whatever I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I got my own backbone, I got my own brain. I know how to go out there, work, hustle, whatever it is I need to do to make ends meet, I'm going to do it. You know, Maybe she doesn't have that in her, and then somebody mentioned that her she has a separation issue because her dad left her at an early age, and you know maybe that could be true, but still, all in all, like, oh, you're not gonna make a fool of me, and then I'm gonna sit back and be like, oh, but I still need to hold your last name because there's finances connect to it. Nope, give me back my name. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna grind. So I don't understand that. That's why I say it sounds a little gold diggerish to me. Because if the marriage is over, it's over.
Yeah. I don't understand the way she was calling her a gold, like talking about having a goldie guy. She's almost the same thing. So I don't feel like she should be calling her names when you're the same thing.
Exactly.
And did you see the way that Michael hung up on her, like Miss Mammy said? Thank you for reminding me. The way he hung up on her when she was talking to the kids.
Yeah.
And she couldn't see anything. Like I feel like the guy still has power over her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he has a power still over her because she's still using him for his money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference when you make your own money and you make your own way in life and you don't depend on a man to do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between a boss that can call a shot and somebody who
Mm-hmm.
has to bow down and listen to somebody's mess and take their embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she's
Mm-hmm.
still young. She got little kids that she probably don't know what to do with. So she needs, you know, financial support and help and all that stuff. You know, raw dog it. Get out there and make it happen. You know,
Yeah.
but hey, I've never had a cushy life. Everything I got, I earned. I made it on
Mm-hmm.
my own. I bought it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
you know, so maybe she wasn't raised like that.
Mm. I hope she gets on the right path. I do hope she does get on the right path. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining. I guess we've covered every other one. Is there any story we haven't covered?
I
I don't
think that
think there
was it.
is.
That was it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Thank you, ShopRite, for joining us. Thank you, Living for My Girls, for joining us. Don't forget to click on the subscription button down below to subscribe to our individual YouTube channel, ShopRite TV YouTube channel, also on Future Users YouTube channel. Don't forget to also like the video and also click on the subscription button. It's very, very much appreciated. We'll see you guys same time next week. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.